Hi everyone, I am back with another Mickey and Minnie card series video. This is the June card. It's basically just a summer theme. I don't really have a holiday in June that I celebrate. I mean, of course it's Father's Day, so you could definitely do a Father's Day one. But my dad is no longer here, so I don't really do Father's Day cards anymore. So I'm doing a summer themed card for my June, and this is a split closure trifold card in case you have not seen any of the previous videos and you're just tuning in for this one. So let's get started. First, you're going to cut your base at 5.5 by 11. I'm just using some black Recollections cardstock here. And then I'm using my Stampin' Up! Trimmer because it's got, I can score and trim with this one and not have to use two different, like a trimmer and a scoreboard. So we're going to, on the 11-inch side, we're going to line our edge up at 2 15/16. So if you've got a Stampin' Up! Trimmer or you've got one that does the 1/8-inch increments on your trimmer, it's the one little tick mark before the 3-inch. So we're just going to score that. Okay, then we're going to move over to the 7-inch mark, and we're going to score that. So you'll have two score lines like that. Okay, so we're going to set this aside for just a minute. We're going to fold in our large side, and go ahead and flatten that down with my bone folder. And then we're going to fold over the small panel and do the same thing. And I've got a little bit of hangover. I did this with a few of these cards. I was cutting them so fast I wasn't really paying attention. I'm just going to trim that piece off. Okay, so with your smaller end folded in, you're just going to make a pencil mark. So you're just going to mark it with your pencil here, just like that. I don't know if you guys can see the little pencil mark right there. Then we're going to unfold this, stick it back in our trimmer, and with the pencil mark facing you, so the larger end this direction, we're going to line up our edge at 2.5. And then we're going to cut down to that pencil mark. Just like so. So that gives us our split panel. Okay, done with the trimmer. Go ahead and erase my pencil marks. Alright, so now we're going to start putting papers on. The split panel part here is going to be on your left side, and your other panel is going to be here. So this is the piece that gets tucked in, just like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the inside here. And I'm going to start with this bit larger panel over here, which you need two pieces of if you're going to do the front and the inside. And those are cut at 2 3/4 by 5 3/8. And I'm using, just like I did in all the other videos, I'm using the same paper pad, and I'm cutting two of the same designs for the front and the inside. So the paper pad that I'm using it's sold at Hobby Lobby, online and in stores, and it's called 4 Seasons and Everything in Between 2. And as far as I know, it is still available. It's got some really cute prints in it, and they are not large prints, being 8.5 by 11-inch papers. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this down to the inside here, like so. So there we have that one. Now we're going to do these ones over here, and again I cut 2 of the same design. Excuse me. So for the top, you're going to need 2 at 3 7/8 by 2 3/8. And then for the bottom, you're going to need 2 pieces cut at 3 7/8 by 2 7/8. So there's that one. We're going to go ahead and get these on here. Alright, so the top one here. Just like that. And this one's just a bunch of different colored pineapples. Alright, let's get this one on here. Okay, so we've got our pattern papers on the inside. Now we're going to work on the centerpiece, which is cut at 3 7/8 by 5 3/8. This is a Stampin' Up! Color, and it's Balmy Blue. So there's that piece, and then there's the message mat, which I'm just using White Recollections cardstock again, and it's 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. You can use, I mean, whatever. You can just do the blue. You can choose a different color that matches the paper. I liked the blue, so I just went with that. We're going to go ahead and layer these and then get those stuck down inside and do some stamping. Very minimal stamping on this one. Okay, so let's get this stuck down. Right in the center of our card here. Okay, so just like that, we have the inside. Now we're going to go ahead and do our little stamp over here in the corner. And for this one, I'm actually using the Lawn Fawn Plan On It, not the Holidays, because I'm using this cute little, I don't know, island, tropical island thing. Just thought it would be really cute for that. And then I am using the Holidays, but I'm using the word that says weekend. So it's going to say happy weekend instead of whatever holiday. But again, if you have dads that you need to make cards for, these are perfect for Father's Day as well. So I am going to stamp my little island in the Balmy Blue. Just down here in the corner. There we go. So there's my little tropical island. Super cute stamp. Alright, so now I'm going to close this back up. And we're going to do the outside. So again, same papers, same measurements, 2 3/4 by 5 3/8 for my larger panel here. I'm just going to flip mine over so it's flat. It's easier for me to work with that way. And then go ahead and line this up. So there's that one. And then my top piece is 3 7/8 by 2 3/8. Again, same measurement as the inside. This one's stuck down. Alright, and then we have our bottom panel, which is 3 7/8 by 2 7/8. When you're picking out the pattern papers for this card, if you're doing them the exact same way that I am, you're going to want to coordinate your bottom panel to accent your Mickey and Minnie head, basically. You don't want them to take up too much of the paper that you're not going to be able to see the print. So you want to choose a print that you're okay with covering up. Like Mickey and Minnie don't, you can still see the pineapples underneath them is I guess what I'm trying to say. Okay, so tucked in, our card is going to look like this. So it looks a little busy right now, but we're going to put our sentiment pieces and our Mickey and Minnie's on. So let's go ahead and do that. I've got my 2 pieces for my message on the front, my sentiment. And I'm just going to layer these together. This is from an old retired Stampin' Up! Set called Tags and Labels. And I just cut one in black, one in white. It's almost like a little ticket style. And just did the 2 that fit inside each other that fit for this card. There are a couple different sizes to choose from if you've got that set. If you don't have that set, use what you've got. I mean, it doesn't really, these cards don't have to be made with everything that I use. Like if you've got a different kind of layered style for sentiments, that will work just fine. But there's that piece. So I'm going to stamp my weekend sentiment in basic black. This is the archival basic black from Stampin' Up! I'm going to stamp it towards the bottom again, just like I did the other cards. So I have room for my little happy that is cut out. Okay, so there's weekend. I didn't quite press hard enough on my D. It's got like a little missing link there, but you know. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to let that dry for a second. We're going to do Mickey and Minnie really quick. And I usually set the heads on here so I know placement. And now we're going to go ahead and glue the heads down. So let's do this one here. And then this one we're going to turn into Minnie. So we're going to place her head there. Let these adhere. Okay, so we're going to set that aside and we're going to come back to our little sentiment panel here. And I've got my happy cut out already. I used a, what was it? It's the Lawn Fawn Happy 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 add-on for my stamping and die cutting. And I did this in the Balmy Blue. So we're just going to get this stuck down. Right here. Make sure it's straight. So there we have Happy Weekend. Okay, so now we're going to come back to Mickey and Minnie, and we're going to, this is a balmy blue little tiny bow, and I show in the supply video the dye that I used for this bow, and it's from AliExpress. I've had it for a really long time, and I never used it. There's 3 sizes of the bows, and it's actually really, really cute. So we're going to go ahead and put Minnie's bow on her head right there. No need to pop this up because the bow itself is dimensional. I'm going to kind of round out my little bow piece here. Okay, so now we're going to grab some dimensionals, put it on our little weekend part here. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to go ahead and attach this to our top panel here. Just like so. So there we have that. Now we're going to do the little rhinestone for Minnie's bow here. I'm just using the same rhinestones I did before. These are from a company called Want to Scrap, and I get these at my local Stamp and Scrap Expo that comes in. Hopefully we get to start doing that again pretty soon. And I put a little bit of Tombow glue right there just because the adhesive on these doesn't always last forever. And I don't want this rhinestone to come off. So just gonna press that on there. And there we have it. So this is the June Mickey and Minnie series card. It's a split closure trifold. Opens up like that, and you can write whatever you need to on the inside. You can decorate the inside, you just need to use flat embellishments. But there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you have any questions, then go ahead and leave them in the comments below or message me, whatever you need, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing and sticking with me for this series and being so patient, because it is only one a month. But yeah, I will be back in a few weeks, you know, or month, whatever it is, with the July card, which is actually super cute as well. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!